We're on? Okay, con.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, con.
You guys can come.
No, we can walk. I can take it.
All right, shalom, shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites out here again, once again, to bring out this truth to you so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Americans, that you are the Hebrew Israelites of the Bible, came from the scriptures. Just coming out here, to do a midweek camp. The Lord blessed us with the opportunity to come out and do it. So we'll get right into it. The name of the lesson is, hey, the message to the world, the Lord, is terrifying. Because, if you're part of the world, okay, really, if you're not a Hebrew Israelite, if you're not a part of the elect, okay, this message of the scriptures, okay, it's terrible unto you. Because there's going to be a mighty judgment that the Lord's going to bring, man. Anybody got anything to open up? We're just going to go in the spirit. Go ahead, brother. We're just going to go in the spirit, and Lord willing, it'll be edifying.
Is Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. And so basically, we're out here, to the highways and byways. The Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai has set up his men out here, to give you people warning, to let you know something happens, it's going to happen beforehand. Right.
That it's going to be terrible events getting ready to come up on the earth, especially here in so-called America, Babylon the Great. You see? You got something, bro?
Yeah.
I got one real quick. This is Isaiah 62 verse 6. It says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem. See, in Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. Speaking about wherever Israel's been scattered, okay, chiefly the elect. But we don't know who the elect are. Hey, so this message has got to go out, okay, to really, we were made what? Prophets, okay, if we be those men, to the nations. So everybody got to hear this message. Okay, the nations got to hear this message so they can hear the condemnation, man. Especially Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Okay, that he's what? He's in court. Okay, the evidence is getting stacked against him. Okay, and he's getting ready to go what? Go into prison, man. And this devil's getting ready to be arrested. And all these other nations, and they're going to go into captivity as well.
Serve his term. He's going to do like what Esau does to his death row inmates. They let them serve for freaking like 20 years, 30 years, and then they turn around and then put them into the electric chair. Yeah. I mean, that's worse. That is worse than death, man. Why would you let me rot for fucking 20 years or 30 years or even 40 years and then put me to death? Right. Why? Because your thing is you're trying to get the money off the people, man. Because people being in prison is big money.
Oh yeah.
Right? So you let this man, you make all this money for 20 or 30 years, and then you decide, oh yeah, this is your date that I'm gonna put you to death. Right? So right. In a sense, we're gonna kind of do it like that. So we're gonna give you your sentence. Your sentence is 1,000 years of slavery. So we're gonna spend out your 1,000 years of slavery, and then we're gonna do away with you. Obadiah 1:18, man. Right? Because that's how you've done things. So that's why the Lord said He will show no pity on them who have shown no pity, man. Right. So that's how you didn't get done the exact same way, man. Right? That's you know what I mean?
Yeah. The brother gonna get that for you. Obadiah 1:18. You there?
Right.
When we get that, I'll go ahead and finish this. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which should never hold their peace day or night. And that's why the men has set up that way the Lord has set up his men, okay, to bring out this message, the true truth, okay, who we are as a people, that we are the Israelites of the Bible, okay, and who our enemies are. All these other nations, okay, beginning with Esau, Edom, okay, who is a so-called white man according to the Bible. He's guilty for everything he's done, okay, to our people, man. There's no getting around it. It's his track record speaks for itself. It says, "Ye that make mention of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, keep not silence." It's we're not going to shut up, man. So the Lord takes us out of the streets. Okay, to the family of the word comes in. Then after that, it's going to be no more repentance. Only thing left is going to be the judgment. Okay, and that's going to be to the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, and the rest of these nations, and also 2/3 of our people. Because why? Because they're part of the world. It says, "And give him no rest till he establish, till he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth," man. And that's when the Lord, okay, when Jerusalem, okay, comes down, okay, New Jerusalem comes down off that fathership, okay, to what? To claim the kingdom. That's right. What do you got that for that, brother?
And so Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 18, "And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh has spoken."
Yeah, so hey, the Most High spoke this, man. So therefore, what the word of the Lord goes out will never come back void, man. Right? So it has to accomplish to that where He has sent it, right? Because what? Matter of fact, I was meditating on this earlier today. This is Psalms chapter 138 and 2. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at 1, but the part I'm making is in 2. But it's Psalm 138 and 1, a psalm of David. "I will praise thee with my whole heart," which is your law, which is your mind, right? With my whole mind it's got to be in the Lord, and that's what's so terrible about the Lord, because a lot of people, your whole mind ain't in the Lord, man. You're not doing this with all the strength of your mind, right? You think about the Lord maybe here, maybe there. You wait till you're going through something bad, and now, oh Lord, you know what I mean?
Like lip service,
right? Or you wait till you get some type of something carnal, some carnal shit like a car, right? You know, oh, thank God I got this car, or right. The Lord got me this job. You know what I mean? What about regular shit like the Lord woke you up? Regular things like the air, the trees. You know what I mean? What about just a regular old thing? The ability that you can walk. People forget that, man. Right? So the Lord could send something to you, and all of a sudden, I mean, what about the lady who had the she had the Judite, I don't know if she's a Judite, but she was from the Judea, right? She had the hump on her back for over 30 years or something like that, right? And it just struck her out of nowhere, and all of a sudden she was humpback, man. This shit can happen to you. Or the woman who had the issue of blood, right? Said she had the issue of blood for 12 years. So she went through all her life, la-di-da-di-da-di-da, and all of a sudden this issue of blood started coming, and she couldn't stop bleeding from her vaginal area, man. And she went 12 years like that, man. Until she seen the Lord, she touched the hem of the Lord's garment, man. See? But that's what we're trying to offer you, man. The Lord, like the brother said, the Lord has set up what? The men of the Lord, man. Right? To heal you, man. Heal your mind, the conditions that's about to take place on the earth. That's going to be a terrible thing, man. Right? So I'm going to keep reading. It says, before the gods, I will sing praise to thee. So all these people got their so-called gods, right? Which a lot of them is their own self, their own belly, right? The riches and the things of this world, right? But we're going to praise thee, oh Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash. That's what we're praising. That's what we're going to praise, man.
Right? Let me get a quick precept for you, brother. Psalm 96, verse 3. Declare his glory among the heathens, his wonders among all people. For the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods.
Right.
For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai made the heavens.
He made everything, man. Right? Yeah, because it tells you, the Lord stretched out the heavens and hung them upon the, how did that happen, man?
He said he hung them upon
Nothing.
nothing.
Right, yeah. He did it upon nothing. This thing, if you go out to outer space, you just see the earth floating. Like, how is that even possible?
Right.
Man, the Lord did that, man.
The Lord did.
Right? And it says that before all the heathen, or these other gods, which these heathens are people who got other gods, man. Right? Right? At the end of the day, right? It's, I will worship towards thy holy temple, right? So we face towards the east, man. Towards Jerusalem, man. The Lord's holy temple, man. Right? It says, and praise thy name for thy loving kindness and for thy truth, right? And this, hey, that's what it's all about. Because without the truth, we're lost, man. We're lost in the sauce, man. So we gotta praise the Lord for this truth, man. Right? For thus has magnified thy word above thy name. Right? The Lord magnified his word above his name. So that means the word of the Lord goes out and cannot come back void. The Lord exalted the word above his own name. Right?
Everything he says he's going to do, he's going to do it.
Yeah, I mean, everything he said he's going to do it. Right? Matter of fact, because I was meditating on this earlier. Proverbs 22. Yeah. Proverbs chapter 22. And
I'll get that where you find that. Isaiah 55 and verse 10. Whereas the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth and make it bring forth in bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It should not return unto me void, but it should accomplish that which I please. And it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
right, hey, man, so it's going to prosper until where the Lord sent it, man. Therefore, wait, the Lord says what? You got to remember, the Lord speaks to angels and demons. So this is what the Lord said, what he speaks. What? Oh, read that one more time.
Just the latter.
Yeah, just the latter.
Okay. Isaiah 55:11 says, "So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth."
Go forth out of his mouth.
Right.
And then what?
It should not return unto me void,
It will not return unto the Lord void.
but it should accomplish that which I please.
So how is it going to accomplish that? Through the angels. So the Lord got the what they call demons, right? Which are really angels. Well, no one say he got the left hand angels and the right hand angels. And the Lord tells them what to do. And then whatever he pleases going to go forth, man.
Right.
Right? If somebody got to die, he going to tell Satan, hey, Satan, come here, man. Go tell your men, tell them, whoop, 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 whoop. I want this done and this done at such and such time. Hey, and at such and such time, so-and-so, next you know, your soul is in the spirit world. Right at the time that the Lord said for it to be. But there's this other guy whose situation is whatever, the Lord will say, hey, I know this dude's going to go through something, whatever. Michael, the archangel, go tell your men, go do this and that, and save this brother from the trouble that he's about to go through. He about to get shot at. People gonna try to kill him. A bullet's gonna almost try to hit him, but I want you to move that bullet so maybe it might graze him, but he's gonna be pretty much unscathed out of the situation. And angels and what you call demons and things are weighed out upon the earth, man, as it goes, man. So the Lord, that wouldn't mean the Lord is a terrible, man, right? That's why the Lord says it's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man.
Yeah.
Whatever he say, it go forth, and the angels make it happen, man.
Right.
That's what vocab can understand. That's what these Christians can't understand.
Right.
Right?
Right. This is Psalms 103 verse 20. It says, Bless the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yoshai, ye his angels, that excel in strength and do his commandments, hearkening unto the voice of his word.
Right. Hearkening to the voice of his what? Of his Word,
Right. It says, "Blessed be the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, all these hosts, ye ministers of His, that do His pleasure."
Hey, man. And what are the angels? They're ministers of fire, man. Minister of flame of fire, man. Right? The angels go out and do what the Lord tell them to do. Whether they're the so-called good angels or the bad angels. The Lord make things happen, man.
Yeah. And it's basically going back to what Jacob's ladder, man. The angels come to and fro, okay, from the heavens down to the earth, either to open up the ears of the elect or to seal the ears of the non-elect. Okay, those that are unworthy to understand this truth, man.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna finish that. I got that verse. I was right there. I wasn't. But yeah, it says Proverbs chapter 22 verse 1. It says a good name, right, is rather to be chosen than great riches and loving favor rather than silver and gold. So look, hey, that's the Lord. The word of the Lord goes out and whatever come back void. And the name, the Lord chose to put the word above his name. And a good name is better than silver and gold, man. It's better to have that favor of the Most High than to have these riches and all these other different things, man. You want favor from the Most High, right? Because his word goes out and things will never come back void, man. Right? So the Lord's gonna have a good name, so he's gonna make sure that it's gonna prosper to where what he sent it. Right. Like he said, man.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why the Lord, it is a terrible
and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. Yeah. You got more?
Oh no. I can.
Right.
It says, I'll go to verse 2. Like you do that. Right. Verse 2, 22. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 2. The rich and poor meet together, right? You're all going to die, man. At one point in time, you're going to die, but you need the Lord. The true men of the Lord meet the Most High. And Yahweh is their maker, is the maker of them all. See? Hey, you're going to live, you're going to die, hey, but you're all going to meet at the grave. So at one point in time, men die, man. Right? So you're going to need the Lord. The Most High makes everything happen, man.
Right.
So a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. See?
Right.
So we're hiding ourselves within these scriptures, man.
Right.
And the Lord is what? A terrible thing, man. The Lord is terrible. Right? And hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
Yeah. Let me get this. This is Isaiah chapter 46 and verse 8. It says, "Remember this and shew yourselves men." So hey man, you gotta be a man, okay, when it comes to this truth, man. Because this truth is for men. It says, "My tabernacle is among men." Right? This is who it's for, man. Well, I mean, it's for the women, children too, but hey, really, it's the men, okay, that are bringing out His word. Okay, the Lord is dealing with men. It says, "Remember this and show yourselves men."
It's the duty of is bring forth women, but it's your duty as a man to be in the front line, to be ready for war. This is war, spiritual battle. So it's for the men to be out there for spiritual battle, man, spiritual warfare, man.
Right.
So right.
Bring it again to mind. Oh, you transgressors.
Right. Yeah.
That's all of us, man.
All of us, right?
It says, "Remember the former things of old, for I am Yahweh, and there is none else. I am Yahweh, and there is none like me." It says, "Declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times the things that are not yet done." So the things from the past is still things that are going to happen, man. The Lord already declared it. Okay, so there's no free will. Okay, no, the Lord has a movie, He has a script, okay, that He's directing. Okay, He's so powerful, it's not like He just hit play on a DVD. No, man, everything's playing out in real time, but the Lord is directing all things. That's how powerful Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is, man. You got to understand that. It says, "Declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure."
Right. So all my pleasure. Right?
Yeah, so this is all the will of the Lord, man. Okay, whether you know, we're going into the fact that he out of all the nations that the Lord created, he chose one nation. That's the nation of Israel. Okay, the Israelites, so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans. But even those that look like other nations, hey, but when it's truth, when you hear it, it resonates with your spirit. It's because you're an Israelite.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
You got one?
Okay. You got it?
Get it?
I got one.
Okay, get it, brother.
This is Amos chapter 3, and we'll start at verse 2.
We'll start at 1, brother.
Start at 1. Hear this word that the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Right. Just proving the point, man, that the Lord is only dealing, okay, with the Israelites.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt.
Right. Who came out of the land of Egypt? Israelites. And you go back to the stories, okay, of the Exodus. Okay, who would the Lord rescue from the hands of the Pharaoh? The nation of Israel.
Yeah, you got the mixed multitude, but the mixed multitude got put to death before the Mount Sinai, and then Mount Sinai is not a mountain.
No.
It's the chariot.
Father
It's
ship,
the father ship, right? Right.
Saying, you only have I known
Right.
of all the families of the earth.
Hear that? You only have I known out of all the families of the earth. So the Lord, when you go into that word known, it means to be a close relationship. Okay, to know, to have intimacy. Intimacy does not always mean sex, man. You see, the Lord has a close, intimate relationship with his people, the Israelites. See, going back to the mixed multitude, the scripture says the mixed multitude caused Israel to sin, man.
I got something. I got something real quick.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
Because you said that real quick.
Okay. Yeah, keep. Yeah, so hey, man, the Lord is not dealing with all these other nations, man. He's only dealing with his people, which are the Israelites.
Yeah, because this is Second Esdras chapter 6. Second Esdras chapter 6, verse 50. Oh, it comes. Verse 58. Yeah, Second Esdras chapter 6, verse 58. But we, thy people, right, which is talking about the Israelites, whom thus has called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, right? Thy fervent lover, right? Speaking of what? Having an intimate relationship. The Lord said that we're fervent lovers. So it's not talking about sex, but it's an intimate relationship, man. The Lord said that he's our husband, right?
Huh?
Right.
Yeah,
They don't mean he's actually like a husband and a wife type of thing, but he's showing the how close he is to us, right?
Right. Because being married,
poetic, right?
Married means going
unto.
Yeah. Right. And he likened Israel to a comely and delicate woman.
Yeah. Yes, it says, thy only begotten, thy fervent lover, given unto their hands. So we're in the hands of our enemy, man. Yeah. Right? We were given, even though we're the Lord's fervent lover, somehow we've been given into the hands of our enemy. If the world now be made for our sake, why do we not possess the inheritance with the earth? How long shall this endure, man? Right? So we're coming to the time that we've only got a little more time to endure this, but we're in the time of Esau's rulership, man. Right? Yeah. He's still ruling, but how much longer? So it's almost up, man. Right. Time is almost up, so it's going to be a matter of fact. Right. Hebrews 10, 31. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 31. Yeah, Hebrews chapter 10, verse 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man. See, and that's ultimately what it is, man. It's a fearful thing for you to fall into the hands of the living power, man. Right? Because Esau, right? Because if you go back into that, what Esau is the end of this world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed, man. So it's going to be a fearful thing that you're ruling, right? And what did it say? It says if you take a man and sell it to him, and he be found in our hands,
Yep.
wait, you got to get put to death, man.
Surely
Should be put to death. Yeah, you should surely be put to death.
Right.
So it has to be a fearful thing for you to fall into the hands of the living power, man. Right?
Right. I got a couple. Because that was the prophet Ezra. He was asking, he was asking if the world be made for our sakes, then why do we not possess an inheritance? It's the same mindset that we have now, man. They say if this world is for us, which it is, and when is the Lord going to bring this destruction? Okay, when is he going to take down this so-called white man Esau? Okay, but we know it's all going to go according to prophecy, right? So this is the book of Acts, chapter 1, verse 6. It says, when they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? See, our people, they always knew it. They always knew who they were. Okay, and so this last what? Before the Lord, okay, had mercy upon us and woke us up, and we didn't know who we were. So roughly what? That 3.5 years, 350 years, right? Yeah, we didn't know who we were as a people. Okay, in this captivity. In all other captivities, we knew we were the Israelites. Okay? Again, the right there you have the apostle asking, will you therefore restore the kingdom to Israel? Hey, so this kingdom, okay, the kingdom of heaven belongs to the Israelites. It's not for any other people. I got one more real quick, brother. I'll let you finish there because it'll go with that. Ecclesiastes in Sirach 17, verse 17, it says, for in the division of the nations of the whole earth, he sent a ruler over every people, but Israel is the Lord's portion. It says,
Israel is the Lord. Yeah, Israel is the Lord's portion, right? Right, because if you have anything that's part of you, like when we're speaking about a wedding, like the wife, you know what I mean? That's why the Lord called this is wedding, right? He's married unto us, right? He's gonna marry us, right? The Lord said He's our husband. So when you deal with your wife is your portion. You're not the same person, but that's your portion, right? It belongs to you, right?
Yeah, it says even they get the wife, get a possession,
right?
It says, whom being his firstborn, he nourishes with discipline, and giving him the light of his love, does not forsake him. It says, therefore, go ahead. It says, whom being his firstborn.
Yeah. Well, because we said it, and
firstborn for lover.
Hey, firstborn for the lover, right? Right, because the Lord said that back in Exodus. Hey, release my children, for he is my firstborn, right?
Yeah,
right. Because what? There's a whole bunch of other children that came out of Abraham, but they wasn't set up to be the blessing, man.
Right. And Isaac shall that seed be called.
And Isaac that seed should be called what? That basically going into that being the firstborn, right?
It says, whom being his firstborn, he nourishes with discipline.
Right. He nourishes with discipline, right? So as time goes on, he corrects us, right? I think it's one verse. Is that what you get? He corrects you by measure.
That's in Jeremiah.
Yeah. There's one where he could correct us by measure. But yeah, go ahead.
Get that.
Start back at verse 2.
Yeah, start at verse 2.
It's Amos chapter 3 and verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
I'm not sure if I was going to look it up. Read it one more time. Slide.
Amos chapter 3 and verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
You want to speak on it?
Yeah. And so basically that, Yahweh Shemel Shah, is punishing us for all the iniquities.
Right.
So basically that we disobeyed the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shah, by trespassing against him. By celebrating these pagan holidays. A man can be with a man, a woman can be with a woman. That's disrespecting the Lord. That's basically going off. So basically, He's punishing us for all our iniquities.
Right. That's why we're in the conditions we're in today. That's why we're under the curses.
Yeah.
That's why we live in the body of the hoods, in the reservations. That's not by coincidence. No, the Lord put us in the situations for our disobedience. Is there more than that, brother? That's it. Okay, again. Let me finish this and then move on. It says again, whom being his firstborn, he nourishes with discipline. See? Listen, and
And
give it.
what's nourishment, right?
Right.
It's something good for you. Like when you
Yeah.
have a baby,
Yeah.
you're gonna give them the right nourishment. So it's the right vitamins. It's the right because they tell you too much of anything is bad for you.
Right.
So like even though vitamin C is a good thing, if you have too much vitamin C, it could make a deficiency in you, right? If you have too much, because people, especially our people, they got a problem with their diabetes, so they have a lot of insulin, right? So their body don't produce enough insulin, so now you need these shots. But imagine if you have too much insulin, it turns your body into poison, right? Right? So it comes against you. So too much of anything could be bad for you, right? Right?
Right. Because he nourishes with discipline and giving him the light of his love does not forsake him. The Lord doesn't forsake his people.
Hey, because the light of his love, what? Because the Lord loves us, right? Because look, it's like a parent. The Most High is a parent. You don't want to go in there and just beat the hell out your kid to where, you know what I mean, you can't build them back up because you're trying to make them into a responsible adult so they can grow up, have their own children, so you can have your grandchildren, so you can have more things out of it, because that's ultimately what the Most High wants out of us. That's why when you go into the scriptures about how one man should become a nation, man, the Lord wants that. It said that it's his desire. He meditates on this, man. He's meditating not only how he's going to destroy Esau, he's meditating on how Israel's going to have all these children and how we're going to be able to let our children run around and the wolf ain't going to be able to eat them. The wolf and the lion's going to eat straw.
And the wolf and the
The lamb going to eat
stand
straw.
together.
Yeah, the wolf and the lamb is going to lay together, eat straw. Your kids are going to be able to play with a snake and not be bitten.
Yeah.
The Lord is meditating on this, man. He wants that bad with a passion, right?
Yeah, but we brought out, he's bound by his word.
Right.
Bound by prophecy. So, hey, prophecy's got to come to pass, man. And the Lord's making it happen. Okay, but it's going to be in his time. One more verse, brother. It says, therefore, all their works are as the sun before him, and his eyes are continually upon their ways, okay, upon the ways of his people, the Israelites.
Right.
Okay.
The sun brings brightness. That's why the Lord said that his eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Right. That links up with that. The Lord's eyes are 10 times brighter than the sun, so he sees everything. So of course he's going to have love, and he sees what's going on. So that's why his love is upon his children. That's why we're coming back, man. That's why you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians need to come back to this truth, right? Because that's what the Lord's bringing us back to, right?
It's not for
That's his
everybody,
love, man. That's what his eyes is upon.
Yeah.
It's upon the elect, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Not
Ultimately,
not even for all Israel on this side.
Right.
For his elect, man, whoever they may be, Lord willing,
yeah,
may be
we
part
are
of
that.
part of that number. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. So Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 11. For I am with you. See, there you go. Hey, man, you can't make this up. For I am with you, saith Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, to save thee. Man, he's here to save the Israelites, man. Right?
Yeah.
This ain't for everybody. And ultimately, that's really the elect he's talking to on this side, right?
Yeah.
Right? Though I make a full end of all the nations. See, the Lord comes to destroy all these nations, man.
Right.
Right? He's going to destroy yeah, that's you.
You're Israelite.
Right? Yeah, he's going to destroy all the nations. Because they're in the Gentile state of mind, man. They're in the mentality of these other nations, man.
Of the world.
Right?
Of the world. Can you get that, brother? Hold that. 84 is going into 2/3 of our people.
Right?
You got it.
It says, and I will make I will make a full end of all the nations, right? So World War III is about to commence, which then you see it's ramping up, right?
Yeah.
And they're gonna push this Karagma, and that's coming a lot faster than you can imagine, right? Because they're building these 15-minute cities, so they're preparing it now. Hey, they got to Esau got to move a little faster,
Right. And they're showing you, man. Look what they just did in Florida. They put it right in your face. No matter what they say, and that was man-made. Okay?
Yeah.
Although it's coming from the Heavenly Father. Why? Because he's pushing prophecy. Hey, don't be surprised. Okay, hey man, half of California might sink into the water. You know, I'm not prophesying that, but I'm saying,
speaking as a
man, something's going to happen. Hey, where it's going to push things even more closer to the end.
Right? What happened to Carolina too, right?
Right. Yeah.
Because they have that mine station with that with the what is it called? Lithium. Yeah, I think it is lithium.
Yeah.
Lithium, right? Lithium, yeah. They have lithium, a lithium mine, right? Right? So you got the lithium that's there, right? You know what I mean?
And that's what they do, man.
And so it's a lot of money in that, right?
Yeah.
So they're wiping them out, and they're going to build 15-minute city. Because they already built a 15-minute city there too, right? While you're out the way, right? It says whether I scattered thee,
Yeah.
whether I scattered thee, right, and elect or scattered in the four winds of the earth, but the bulk of the Israelites are here in America, Babylon the Great, who the Lord is going to destroy, man. Right?
Yeah. Two-thirds will be destroyed here in so-called America.
Yeah. Right? The wicked, right, which is the Lord's enemy, and 2/3 of his own people, which is the Lord's enemy, man.
Yeah.
Right? It says yet I will not make a full end of thee, but I will correct thee in measure. See, that's talking about the love of the Lord, man. So what he got to punish us,
Right.
but because of the love that he has for us, he's correcting us with measure. Matter of fact, Apostle Hall was talking about how they were Esau was making these missiles, and this is the time they were discovering how to break down the atoms. So sometimes they would have jakes. I don't know who was speaking. I don't know if it was Apostle Hall, but one of the brothers, I was listening to one of the lessons, but they were speaking about how they would have jakes go in there and touch this stuff that's highly like nuclear and got all this different what's it called, radiation. And this radiation, because they're trying to test these nuclear bombs, and they had jakes go in there and move it and things, and somehow these jakes didn't die. You know what I mean? And it's just showing you how the Lord has power over all these things. Because if most people would have went in, they would have dropped dead immediately. Right? But they had jakes moving this thing around, and then Jake didn't even die. It's kind of like the Tuskegee experiment. They did that to hopefully try to wipe out, but really Jake it came back stronger, right?
Right. Well, you know, they did that with that C-19.
Yeah.
And you know, everything else they pushed, man. And they just showed you in that movie, Who Cloned Tyrone?
Right.
And everything that they put forth their hands to do is to what? Is to destroy Jacob, man.
Right.
Okay, is to bring down you Israelites. Wait, but the Lord he's not going to allow it. The Lord's going to do, okay, the Lord going to bring down 2/3 the way he want to bring them down. Okay,
Right.
You know, and he's gonna deliver his people, which is the Israelites, so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans. And again, those that look like other nations, but when you hear this truth, it resonates with your spirit.
Right.
Get more on that,
Right.
brother.
Says but I will not make a full end of thee,
Right.
but I will correct thee in measure,
Right.
and will not leave thee altogether unpunished.
Right. Right.
Hey,
Right.
the Lord can't leave us altogether unpunished, but there's still times where the Lord, these devils, right? Esau, Edom, self-proclaimed so-called white man, meant to kill us with AIDS, with the drug epidemic, with the war on gangs, the war on drugs,
Right.
the war on everything. It was all really to kill us.
Right.
But overall, the Lord made it to where you didn't kill us. You just put yourself in your own hole, because now it's your people that's highly strung off of these opiates and drugs and this and that. Now you want to call a drug addiction a disease, and now they can get some so-called help, right?
Right. He gave our view a nigger culture, a Chicano culture,
Right.
you know, which is that's not our people, man. We are the Israelites,
Right.
okay, of the
We're righteous.
scriptures.
Righteous men and women. Yeah.
Not to be that,
Right.
See, I got a quick one, brother.
Right. Death culture. Right.
Right, death culture.
Right.
I got a quick one, brother. You can break it down.
Go
In
ahead.
Jeremiah 10, verse 24, it says, "Oh Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, correct me."
Yeah, hey, correct. Hey, listen. Now how he's going to correct you through the scriptures, man.
Right.
Right. The Lord tell you what. Do not eat pork. Do not shrimp, crab, lobster. Right. dress a certain way. A man should not put on a woman's garment. Neither shall a woman put on a man's garment. Right? Right? These things, right? Thou shalt not covet another man's property. You shouldn't covet another man's woman, another man's possession, right? If you thought about that would keep a lot of people from killing each other, right? Because if I'm not coveting that this man got a nice house with a Rolex and look at this pretty woman, I don't want to go kill that man. That's good for that brother. Good that you have that, but you know, in this society, their thing is to keep other people down too, right? So they'll learn all these different things, but instead of putting you up on game, they want to put you down so they can feel even bigger. So it's you know, like the Lord said, it's a double-edged sword with all this, man. Because on both ends, man. You as a man, you should be helping your brother. Right. You should figure out how to wait and tell him and teach him how to make his own money, how to do these things. But in this society, it's, you know, I got this and I buy this thing from Paris and I got, it's not nothing different than in the work back in the day in the scriptures, because it speaks about how they were bragging on getting these certain silks from Egypt and
Right.
and they were getting these certain items from this and that, and they were so much better than all the other Israelites because they had this and that. And that's what you Jakes do today, because Esau do that, man. You learn from your father, Esau Edom, man. So this thing's called strife and called all these different things. But if you thought of the scriptures the way it's meant to be, the Lord said, love thy brother, rebuke him.
Right.
The scripture says, if you see a brother in poverty, give to him, lend to him, right? You know what I'm saying? This is the thing that you should learn.
Right. And the key word is that brother, though. It says, if thou doest well to somebody, no one good thou doest good.
Do good to, yeah.
Do good to. Con.
Right.
Con. It says again, oh Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, correct me, but with judgment, not in thine anger.
Right.
It says, lest thou bring me to nothing.
Right. The Lord can just destroy us altogether. Right.
Right.
But he's not gonna do it. That's part of correcting us by measure, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because he could just completely destroy us. He could have let Esau, but then I let Esau have his way. When the Lord said that this is whom I hate, right? He said, the Lord said that he hates him. Let me see, let me get it.
Okay. Now let me read this to you while you're getting that. I'll finish. Verse 25, Jeremiah 10, verse 25, it says, pour out thy anger upon the heathen. It says, that know thee not, and upon the families that call not on thy name. They're calling on Jesus and Yahweh and all his other madness. They're not calling Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. They don't know Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. It says, pour out that fury.
Right, yeah, see, the Lord will pour out his anger, right? Right?
Upon the heathen.
Upon the heathen.
That know thee not.
Yeah, and part of that's going to be, he's going to use the Israelites to do that.
Right.
Right? And part of that, he's going to use your own people. That's why the Lord said that your tongue shall fall upon yourself.
Right.
So that's what's happening. So some of that is you're your own doing. The Lord said you should dig a pit and you should fall into it for your own self. You're digging traps and you're making all these traps and snares, but you're going to fall into your own snares. Right? You're going to fall into your own traps. But not only that, you're going to have all these other nations, which that's already happening now. You have so many different nations that's recognizing that you're the devil, man. So all of them are coming up against you. Right?
It says, and upon the families that call not on thy name.
Yeah, see, all these other families, especially starting with Esau, that they'll never call on upon the name of the Lord, man. Right? They say Hashem. Well, what the hell is that, man?
The name.
Right? That's supposed to be the name, but Hashem, his name is Hashem. But even if you do it the way they say it, was it Shim?
Hashem.
Yeah, but they go Sim, Hasim, or they call him Sim.
Yeah, Sim.
Hasim, but not Shim, right? So either way, you're calling on something that don't even exist. That's why you're calling people anti-Semites. Well, what the hell is a Semite? Right?
Yeah.
That don't go back to no nation, but somehow you're able to corner the market on that, so to speak, man.
Right.
Right?
Well, they have eaten up Jacob.
Right? They're eating up you so-called black, Hispanic, and Indians.
Right. And devoured him.
Right? Put you in the ghettos, the barrios,
Right.
the reservations. Put you in a condition that you're so bad that you're scratching and fighting and killing your own people just to make a little bit of money.
Right.
Just to so-called drive a so-called nice car, so-called brag on your own brother how you got this kind of watch and these kind of Louis loafers and all this other nonsense, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It says, and consumed him,
Right? See?
and made him, and have made his habitation desolate.
Right? Because that's all Esau wanted to do. He wanted to completely destroy us, man.
Yeah.
But the Lord ain't gonna allow it to happen, man. That's why the Lord says He's correcting us in measure, man.
Right.
See, because if the Lord let that happen, that will give Esau his will, his desire to actually destroy us. Now, the only other person that would come from Abraham and Isaac would be Esau on the earth. So then he figured if that can happen, I'm a shoo-in, right?
Yeah.
Because he'd be the only one that came out of Abraham and Isaac.
Right. But Isaac's actually be called. You know, so he'd be the
He'd
only
be
one.
he'd be the only one that came out of Isaac.
Hey, you're close.
Yeah.
With no cigar.
Yeah.
You're close, Esau, with no cigar.
Oh, right. So it says Malachi chapter 1 verse 4. Whereas Esau said, we're impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Rakakadash of hosts, which means armies. They shall build, but I will throw down. Right? And what you did, man. You rebuilt Rome all over again, which that's why we're in the second leg of Rome. That's why you have the Roman treaty over there with NATO, EU, and America, right? You have the Roman treaty, right?
Yeah.
You got your League of Nations, right? Right?
Yeah, the Renaissance, man.
Your Renaissance, the rebirth of Esau, Edom, right?
Right.
It says, they shall build, but I will throw down. But the Most High is going to throw this place down, right? That's why the Lord said that He's going to destroy all these nations. He's coming to destroy all these nations. In the process of destroying all these nations, He's correcting us in measure, man. So that's why what was the major year? Was it 2008 or 2007 when brothers started really waking up? And about 2009 is when I believe the apostles went on YouTube, right? So this is part of correcting us by measure. Then the apostles, they had their doctrine a certain way, but then as time went on, the apostles started growing in their doctrine to get the 100% truth. So now we're at the time of the 100% truth is out there in the four winds of the earth, man. So that's part of correcting us by measure, man. Right? By having the 100% doctrine, man. Having the 100% truth of the Bible, man. Right? Where ye may be what saved, right? It says, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, man. Esau is the border of wickedness, so he is the wicked, man. Right? And the people against whom Yahweh Bashem Yahushai have indignation. There it is right here. Indignation forever, right? So the Lord is angry with them forever. So, so he's trying to be the only one left to come out of Abraham and Isaac. So he can be the one to wipe out all of Jacob, right? And so he can be the only one left, but that's not going to happen because the Lord hates you forever. So the Lord can't let you have your way and wipe out all of Israel.
Right. Let me get this definition for Renaissance real quick. This is a transitional movement in Europe between medieval and modern times, beginning in the 14th century in Italy, lasting into the 17th century, and marked by a humanistic revival, listen, of classical influence expressed in a flowering of arts and literature, and by the beginnings of modern science. What did it say? How do you say it? It began by the Greeks. How do you say? A civilization, okay, began by the Greeks. You see, so now they're defined, okay, that influence, man, that Greek culture, okay, the Roman Greco culture, okay, that was once dead at that time. That now we're in that time all over again, man. It says, and it tells you right here, the definition is rebirth, revival. This is what they've done, man. We're living in that second leg, okay, of the Roman Empire, man. We're at the feet, at the bottom, Okay, but before that
Yeah,
storm,
barley clay,
right,
barley broken.
barley clay probably broken.
Broken, which that they just had that
Right.
with the what is it called? The Brexit,
Right.
right? They're breaking apart. You have the Brexit because
Yeah.
all these places are certain. Some of them are strong, right? They have the strong
Right.
economic, right? And some of them have strong military, but a lot of them have weak economies.
Right.
So they're breaking apart. They no longer want to be part of the EU.
Right.
So they're breaking apart from the EU.
Yeah, they're trying to get out of that U.S. hegemony, man.
Right.
They don't agree. They don't agree, man.
Right. That's why they're doing a lot of people doing the dollarization of the American dollar.
Right.
Right. But they're trying to get off from underneath that so they don't fall and crumble. But the dollar is so intertwined within everything, it's hard for them to do. Because now I just did a thing showing how now Russia and Russia, India, and China and South Africa was saying that they're doing the dollarization. Well, they just recently came out and said now they're not going to do that no more. They're going to start using the U.S. dollar, right? Because the U.S. dollar is so intertwined with everything, it's really hard for them to just to throw it off.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why.
Plus, not to mention, they probably got something else coming up because everybody's talking about these storms, right? And these
Yeah.
earthquakes are going to be the new plague, right?
Right.
How they did the CV-19.
Right.
That's the storms are going to be the next thing that shut down the whole earth.
Right. I was just gonna say it's going to be some calamity that they're going to bring about, and it's going to shut everything down, man. But they're going to bring in that mark of the beast and that Karaka, which is the microchip, man. They want everybody marked, with that digital device under the skin, so they can have full control of the world, man. Okay, they already control everything, but they want total control.
Right.
And they want to be like the Most
God,
High,
yeah,
man.
they got to be God.
They
Yeah,
wanna
they
be
got
God, man.
Right. Right.
What?
Says Jeremiah chapter 30, 31 and 37. Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, if heaven above can be measured, right? See,
Oh yeah.
it's what they want to destroy us, man. See, but if heaven above could be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, right, all the way down. That's why they keep trying to rebuild these the submarines.
Right.
And so they rebuilt one, and they got one. It can go down further than the other ones, but it still can't go to the bottom.
Yeah.
See,
Too
and
much
that's
pressure.
ultimately, it's ultimately too much. Yeah, if they keep going to the bottom, it'd be too much pressure. It'll collapse in on itself.
Okay.
So they did build one that can go down further than it used to be. That's where how they prove that is when they showed the movie. What's that? What's it called? Finding Nemo. You know the little fish that had all the teeth. It had the little lamp over its thing. That's because they built the submarine that can go further down into the darkness, and they were able to see that animal had that ability, that it had the little light, and that's how it brought in fish so it can eat, because that. Right. So that's why that's how they know about those things, right? That's why they put that in the cartoon, because they're able to build a submarine that can go further. So if they can go down to the depths, which they can't do, the submarines, they got their outer space thing, which they can only really orbit the Earth, right? Because we speak about that a couple of times. We spoke about that because the Van Allen belt.
They can't get through that, man.
Right. So it can't be measured. You can't measure. So the Lord said, and thus said Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. See, and we read about how the word of the Lord goes out and will never come back void, right? And it said, thus said Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will cast off all the seed of Israel for all they have done. Saith Yahweh, and we've done some wickedness, man. So technically we deserve to be destroyed. But the Lord said, look, this is the way I'm going to just destroy them all the way. This is it. You got to be able to measure out all the heavens up above and everything beneath, which it's impossible. You cannot do it.
Yeah, the Lord's kind of just he's like playing with them. If you can do this, then I'll do that. But they can't do it.
And then the Lord's giving them just enough technology so they can try, so they can make the effort. Yeah,
make the effort.
Right. But the Lord said, what? What's it? You can't go past the bounds. There's bounds that you can't cross, man. Right. Or else you would destroy us, and you'd be the only one that came out of Abraham, Isaac. Right? And now you can try to receive the blessing. No, but that no, not so, sir. Not so, man.
No.
No, the Lord, hey, it is in the Lord's mind, right? He's meditating on taking you down, right? But,
This is James chapter 4 and verse 4. You adulterers, do you realize that friendship? Yeah, it's like yeah, oh yeah, it's like this. This is James chapter 4 verse 4 in the NLT. You adulterers, do you realize that friendship with the world makes you an enemy of Yahweh?
Right. Yeah, this is speaking to what 2/3 of our people, man. Okay, because they're worldly. They're friends with what the world pushes, man. Okay, it says you adulterers because what? They commit spiritual adultery, they commit physical adultery. This is what they do, man. They worship anything and everything. Okay, and you have these these people in the world, and they're laying with anybody, man. They don't care. You go on.
I say it again. If you want to be a friend of the world, you make yourself an enemy of Yahweh.
See that? You make an enemy. So 2/3 of our people, okay, they become enemies to the Lord, man. That's why they got to be destroyed here, because they've been just like the nations, just like the heathen. Scripture says that we were mingled amongst the heathen, okay, and took on their ways.
mm-hmm.
See?
Let us go make a covenant with the heathen.
That's it? You got another one? Okay, good. Bring it up.
This is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh Shai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
Right, 2 out of every 3 Israelites here in so-called America, Babylon the Great, okay, will be put to death, man. Whether they know they're Israel or they don't know they're Israel. See, the majority of our people, they don't even know what to say in Isaiah, the 1st chapter. It says,
And they don't consider.
yeah, a lot of people,
They don't know. They don't even consider.
Grab that real quick.
But the third shall be left therein.
Right, but the third should be left there. And talking about the elect, the remnant, okay, the 1/3, okay, those that the Lord has already predestinated, okay, to understand this truth, come back to Him, okay, and follow His ways to the best of their ability, man. Because that's the election.
Verse 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire.
Right, through the fire, okay, through the trials, tribulations that we're going through now, and then the literal fire, man. Okay, what's getting ready to come? Jacob's trouble. Okay, that's gonna be like into a fire, all kinds of calamities. Then you're gonna have the literal destruction from the missiles, okay, and for the chariots of the Lord, which the world literally calls UAPs or UFOs. You going?
And will refine them as silver is refined.
Right, we'll refine them as silver is refined, man. Hey, we gotta be what? We gotta have those impurities taken out of us, man.
Dross, yeah.
All that dross. Come on, bro. We're filthy. You going?
And will try them as gold is tried.
Right. Try them as gold is tried. And what do you do to gold? Okay, you burn it.
Yeah.
You know, to get all those impurities out of it, man. Okay? To make that way you can see your reflection on it, man. Keep on.
They shall call on my name, and I will hear them.
Right? That's why it's important that we have the correct names, man.
You have to find out how much gold you have, because sometimes what people will do is try to melt other metals within the gold, and then kind of paint over it to try to fool you, to try to make you think that there's it's this amount of gold, right? So but it's really not an ounce of gold. That's what they call fool's gold, right? So you don't want to fall into having fool's gold, right? You gotta try and test it to make sure you're not fool's gold. You look good,
right?
But let me put the fire to it and see how much is real, how much is 24 karat gold, right? I get to melting some of that thing away, and I realize what the Lord said: what the hay, the stubble, and all the things. So now your tin, your hay, your stubble. Hey man, it ain't counting up to what you said you are, right?
Right. He looked the part, but inside what? Dead man's bones, right?
Right.
And I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh Shai is my power.
Right. Oh yeah. So hey, that's why when you call on the Lord, okay, how are you gonna call him if you don't know the name? If you're calling upon Jesus or some other false name, the Lord's not gonna hear you in that day, man. When these troubles come, okay, which hey, we're in trouble now. okay, things are just continuing to get worse. Okay, and they're not going to get any better, man. America will not be great again, man. It's not going to happen. Okay, everything's spiraling downward. Okay, so when those fierce days come, those days of fury, those days of fierceness, of trouble, and you only got to call for one name, man. And that name is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai.
In the works that you have done, right? The prayers, the works, the way you, not just that, it's the way you treated brothers,
Yeah.
right? The way you treat brothers, the way you even treat, hey, even some of these other Israelites, a lot of them ain't in the truth. But if you see Apostle Hart, if you see a regular Jake, they come up and ask him for some money, you don't shut them, oh, you ain't in the truth. No, hey, you need some money, you give him some money. Hey, that's part of the ministry, man.
Yeah.
Right?
He said, the scripture says you can have all these things, you can know prophecy and have all this knowledge, but if you have no charity,
right,
then you're nothing.
Right?
You're nothing.
Just a bunch of clinging. Yeah, you're just making a bunch of noise.
Yeah, making a bunch of noise, man. Yeah.
Right? You gotta have that.
You gotta have love toward your people. Although, hey man, we know
2/3 is gonna die, but we still got love for you.
Yeah.
And
this is love, man. Bringing out this truth, man. Okay, bringing out this message, the correct message, okay, to our people, man. That you're the Israelites, and all these other nations, hey, they're not gonna make it.
Yeah. We want to get to the point on that. They would do nothing.
I'll start at 2, brother.
All right, go.
Yeah, start at 2.
It says Isaiah chapter 1, verse 2.
Right.
Hear, O heavens, give ear, O earth, for Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai speaking. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me.
Right, and how is the Lord nourished us, man? Through His Word. Okay, right now in this time, through the men of the Lord that the Lord has set up to bring His Word out. But our people, they don't want the nourishment, man.
And the 100% doctrine,
right?
Not just any bringing you the 100% doctrine, precept upon precept, line upon line here a little, there a little, right? Matter of fact, once I was doing a lesson the other day, and it came to mind, which I didn't even know I was going to say it, but I said it. I said, if you guys think about it, King David said, through thy precepts I get understanding. But even King David didn't have all the precepts. So when Apostle Hart says we have 100% doctrine, we know more than the prophets, we do, because King David didn't have all the precepts. King David didn't even know what happened when the time Babylon came. He was gone already. When all them jakes went through all the things in Babylon, and all the things were written about Daniel, he never seen those precepts, right? What happens to John on the island of Patmos, right? He never seen those prophecies about was it Revelations 13 and 16, right? Right? He that have the mark, right? In the right hand of the forehead, except for he that have the mark shall be saved, right? He didn't know about the Quran or the Quran's grapho, right? Right, which today we know as the micro C hit, man.
Yeah.
He couldn't have seen those things. So how much understanding did he have? If through the precepts you get us, that's for us today, right? Right? Because it says, what it says, the scripture says, scriptures were written for what? For our learning, man.
Yeah.
That was all written down for our learning. Not talking about the prophets, it's talking about us right now.
Yeah.
For our learning, right? The men of the Lord.
Yeah.
Right? To have 100% doctrine.
Also because we
give you the 100% nourishment.
Right. Paul said, I have not shunned to declare to you
the whole truth.
The whole gospel, man.
Right.
The whole truth.
Right.
See?
But even him, if you think, he didn't see what John wrote. He didn't know what John wrote.
Yeah. And that's why, because and the reason
It's
why
today.
is because those men are back again today, man. They wrote it. Now they're back again to what? To have that clear understanding. And to bring the correct message out.
It says, the ox knoweth his owner, the ass his master's crib, but Israel doeth not know, my people doeth not consider. Right? So wait, that's ultimately what it is, man. You jakes you don't know who you are, right? Whether you're an Israelite foreigner whose phenotype may look like another nation, or you're just a regular jake, man. We come out here, we got the sign, we show you that you're the Israelites. Brothers been doing it with hey, matter of fact, Possible Heart kind of added up some of the, it's been about 18 years now. Just the truth is out. Almost 20 years. And you Jakes are still walking around in madness, man, and no understanding.
Right.
So how much more mercy do the Lord have to do? The Lord said, I'll correct you in measure, but how much measure do you think he's gonna take? Now it's gonna be time to just destroy you Jakes, man. You so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, if you don't get this truth, you're gonna be out of here, man.
Right.
That's why the Lord said he's gonna lead you like a flock led to the slaughter, man. You
Right.
so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are gonna be slaughtered by Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed so-called white man, right? You're gonna be destroyed when he come down with great wrath, knowing that he got but a short time. See, like we were saying, it's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of the living power. We were talking about Esau, but hey, it's going now when it flipped it over to you, Jakes, man.
Yeah, because
Right?
you're all
Right, because you're falling
included
into the hands. Yeah, it's all. Yeah,
you're being worldly,
right.
being of the world. Okay, so like the title says, the message to the world, okay, from the Lord is terrible, man. Meaning, if you're not a part of this truth, you're not in this truth, okay, you're gonna die here, man. It's so-called America, Babylon the Great, and wherever else the Lord's allotted destruction.
Right. So, matter of fact, that's in Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Rejoice, ye heavens,
Right.
and ye that dwell in them. Right. So you live in this earth. You're going back and forth, to and fro, downtown. Right. Having yourself a good old time in the middle of the week, doing whatever. Searching for women. Right. Drinking, dancing, not even caring about the Lord at all. Right. We may drink. We may do this and we may do that, but first and foremost, our mind is always on the Lord, man. We always keep everything in priority, man. The Lord comes first, man. Right? So so rejoice then, because that's ultimately what they're doing. They're just rejoicing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a fun time, right?
Especially Esau.
No, yeah. Esau, yeah, but you Jakes too, man.
Yeah.
But it says can you get that? The time to live, time to cry, time for war. Yeah, because this is not that time, man. It says woe. It says woe, which means destruction, death, weeping and gnashing of teeth. Right, whichever way you're gonna die, man. The Lord said the fowls of the air, right, the beasts of the field, and the dogs to tear. Man, whichever way you're gonna die, whichever way your woe is gonna happen to you,
Right.
to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, right? And the sea meaning people, right? But then you got the sea too, the actual sea, right? Because when the missiles hit, it's gonna dissolve a lot of that ocean, man.
It'll turn it into dry land.
It's gonna be part of the dry land, right? So it says, for the devil, right, which is talking about Esau, Edom, right, your enemy, right, which devil goes into being your adversary or false accuser, right? Right, he's the false accuser of your brethren, which is your adversary, right? The deceiver, the false accuser. Well, it actually goes into false. It says false accuser, right? Or falsely accuse you, basically.
Right.
He's going to accuse you. And most time it's falsely, but sometimes it be true. Jake, y'all be wild as that mouth, but then he'll overindulge it, right?
Yeah.
Which makes it false. Remember when he was 10 years old? They'll go out there and shoot at Jake and bring up something when he stole at the store when he was 10 years old to say that, see, he was already a criminal. You know what I mean? Bring up some stuff that had nothing to do with why you killed him today. You know what I mean? Bringing up an old ass weed charge or some shit. You know what I mean? That's how Esau get down, right? It says woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil, right, which is your enemy, Esau, Edom, self-proclaimed so-called white man. To you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, he's your enemy, right? It's come down with it's come down having great wrath, because he knoweth that he haveth but a short time. So, hey, it's going to be a awesome thing for you to fall into the hands of the living power, man, because Esau is going to come down with great wrath, knowing that he got but a short time, man, upon you Jakes, man, upon you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians that think this is a game, that this is just a joke, man, that you can just sit around and play, and hey, the Lord's finna, it's going to be time to judge you, man. Judgment day is at hand, whether you know it or not. Yeah.
It's Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. Hear me, your father, O children.
The Most High is our Father, man. Whether you know it or not, whether you understand it or not. Well, really, you don't gotta understand. It's really for the elect, right? He's our Father, the elect, right? Go ahead.
And do thereafter that ye may be saved. Right? And, verse 2. For the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai had given the father honor over the children, and had confirmed the authority of the mother over the sons.
It's still wrong. It's Ecclesiastes.
Yes, he was close. Look.
I'm gonna get up, get it. Shalom, y'all, what's up? Your brother Rayab, Shalom.
Shalom, Aki. Hold on.
Hey, he made something different.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm there.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, 1, right?
Yeah.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season,
Right.
and a time to every purpose.
Yes, see, there's a thing, there's a season and a time for every purpose, man. Right? So you gotta, well, like the scripture tell you about measuring the time diligently, right? Within itself, right? Are you measuring the time diligently, right? What?
Under the heaven. Verse 2. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up. To pluck up that which is planted. Verse 3. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down.
Right, and a time to what? To kill, right? So we're in the time of what? Of people killing, right? We're in the time of war, right? We're not in the time of mirth, right? What?
And a time to heal.
Right? And it ain't no healing going on. Matter if they tell you that the WHO is they're gonna shut down the earth because they care about your health. Hey, everything is still going on. People are still getting heart attacks and death and all sorts of things are going on. They got the cure to all that stuff. They
Right.
easily,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Oh,
They can easily heal the whole earth if they wanted to. But ain't no money in that. And not to mention there ain't no power in all that.
Right.
So they can see you beg for your life and then still let you die. Right? So they can see you go to these Mayo clinics and burn yourself, send yourself with these with the radiation, man. They want to see that, man. Esau, get off on that, man.
Yeah, and the scripture says that we would have healed Babylon, but it said not be healed. So this
Right.
place is not going to be healed, man. This place is going right into destruction.
A time to break down and a time to build up. Verse 4. A time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance.
Right, and right now we're not in the time round. Right now, man, to get our dancing shoes. Right now we should be in mourning, man. Right now hey, this place is wicked, man. Everything is upside down and backwards. The Lord says he's gonna take all the mirth of the earth, man, and we're getting really close to that. You see?
Verse 5. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to
Embrace
and a time to refrain from
embracing.
embracing.
Oh no, that's pretty good. It was just that was pretty much the point just showing you.
We'll jump to 8.
I'll go jump to 8.
Get it.
Verse 8, a time to love
Right. Oh yeah. You see.
and a time to hate.
Right. The time for the brethren to love each other.
Right.
Right. That's why the Lord said, "Gather yourself together, O nation, not desire."
Yeah.
Right. Gather yourself together, O nation, not desire. You so-called black and Indians, we're the ones that's not desired. Right. Especially when you're dealing with the truth. Once you tell them the truth, you're not desired. So that's why we got to gather together. But then it's what?
A time of war.
Right? This is a time of war, man. A lot of wars going on. We're in a spiritual war, but also physical war is happening. So there ain't no time for you to be all happy-go-lucky, man. Right?
And a time of peace.
Right? And this is definitely not a time of peace, man.
Definitely not.
We're not in the time of peace at all. So what kind of manner a person you ought to be, man? Right?
I didn't.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, I just want to go back to this is the book of Editions of Esther, chapter 10 and verse 9. You know, just going back to, like I said, that this message to the world, man, is terrible, man. Okay, the message to the world is something that people don't want to hear, man.
I got one.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 7. It says, "And when they have finished their testimony, the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them,
Yeah.
and shall overcome them and kill them." See,
Right.
and that's what's going to happen to you, Jace, man. That's ultimately what's happening, man. Right? I don't think I finished that other one, right? No, I didn't. Oh no, yeah, no, I didn't. The devil should come, yeah, and the devil, right, which is your enemy, shall come down unto you, having great wrath, knowing that he had but a short time, right? So that's the time that we're coming in, man. So that's why I was waiting on him, because it's a time to kill, time to think. This is that time, man, right?
Yeah, because the Lord gonna let his sword loose, man, which is the so-called white man Esau Edom. One more time, okay? So they 2/3 can get wiped out, man. Because a lot of 2/3 gonna get wiped out during the time they get in trouble. And whoever's left of that 2/3 number, you're gonna get consumed by the missiles, okay, or by the chariots of the Lord, man. Why? Because you're part of the world. Okay, just like these other nations. These other nations don't belong to the Lord, man. Okay, he doesn't love these other nations. Matter of fact, he hates, like the brother read earlier, he hates Esau.
Live forever, right?
Forever, yeah.
Yeah. It says Ezekiel chapter 21, verse 8. Again, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakal Kadash, say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished, right? Because that's ultimately what's happening, man. Esau's going to come down with great wrath, knowing he had but a short time. But ultimately, this is you falling into the hands of the Lord, right? Because you love being wicked, man, right? You love your hood, right? You love the hood life, right? It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter, right? So it's going to be a guaranteed slaughter against you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, man. The ones who want to join hand in hand with their enemy, man, right? You want to join hand in hand with the self-proclaimed so-called white man. Hey, when it's time for his destruction, your destruction follow us.
Yeah.
It says, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth?
Right. Should we then make mirth?
Right. So should we be a happy-go-lucky person? Right. The Lord said a wise man scarcely but smile, man. We in a time of joking, man. Right. Being happy-go-lucky, because what? America's about to be destroyed, man. Right, they're about to build these 15-minute cities real soon, man. They're about to collapse the dollar. So we ain't in the time of mirth, man. We're in the time of happy-go-lucky, playing jokes and stuff, man. Right? We're in the time of serious things. Was what? The Karagma's coming. You know about the mark of the beast, brother?
Yeah.
What's the mark of the beast?
The chip is on your head, your coat and all that stuff.
The chip, yeah.
Before they kill you and chop your head off,
Right.
put your coat and all of that. Everybody else. I'm no good at
Well, if they had that, they had part of the truth. They had a piece of the truth. That's true. Right, but that's going to be real. They got concentration camps prepared, right? Yeah, they got it ready, man. So this ain't a time of joking, man.
You heard Jacob show? Yeah, it's getting ready to come on the earth.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you and Jake, what's your grandfather? Yeah. See, well, you and Jake, the grandfather was a slave.
You're on the sign, right?
Right?
We'll see yourself on the sign.
So-called Negro, West Indian, Jamaica.
Well, my adopted family, I found out my mom was.
What's your father? You gotta go.
Well, my adopted, I don't know who my father was.
You don't know who your father was?
I found out my adopted, I was adopted. So,
Right.
but I'm still Israel.
Right. They
Thank
go
God,
back to
I'm just the person because I don't want to.
Right.
Well, we're under the curses.
Yeah, we are.
One of our curses, but yeah, they're gonna get
They're gonna
get
get
destroyed. But really, you're not in order to get it. You gotta be in the truth, man. You gotta be studying, man. It's a serious thing, man. You should be out. You should be studying, and then you gotta study. You gotta study, and then after you study, you gotta be out here on the highways and the byways. Right? Can you get that? Was it Romans?
I used to be out Saturday, today, out weekday.
But we do all
He's gonna bring down the GNT with no bet.
Okay, huh?
What the other one about?
Oh, the about I'm making a body a living sacrifice.
Oh, okay.
Romans 12.
It's Ezekiel chapter 21.
Verse 9.
Ezekiel chapter 21, verse 9. Mortal man.
Mortal man.
Hey, that's us. We die. We die. When you're mortal, you can die. Right? But
Prophesy.
man, see, but we out here prophesying, even though sometimes, hey, the brothers, they had somebody pull a gun out. I had somebody pull out a gun on me when I was teaching.
No,
we don't do that.
The weapons of our
warfare
warfare
are not carnal, right? Yeah, but we'll let the Lord take care of it. Right? Which that's why it's happening, right? Brothers, bear witness that people threw things at them and it missed them.
Oh, yeah.
That was the angels. The angels redirected them. Right. But guess what? They put what happened is they put a curse upon themselves by doing it. So now, not only were you gonna die, you're gonna die anyway. But now the Lord's gonna make it more gruesome. He's gonna magnify your death, right? You know, the Lord likes this. The Lord like terror, man. Right? The Lord is the king of terror. The Lord likes to hear you cry. The Lord want to hear you scream. See, people don't know the Lord like we know the Lord. The Lord wants to hear you scream. You know them scary movies?
Yeah.
That's the Lord. The Lord want to hear you cry and scream. He wants you to beg.
He don't get queasy, man.
Yeah, the Lord don't get queasy, man. Yeah. He's going to be
look what he said.
the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
The Lord is going to, he's way greater than that. The Lord is going to do a real massacre. Because everybody think God is all love. The Lord ain't all love.
You only love when you do right.
Right.
When you do wrong.
Yeah, he gonna body you, right?
Tell the people what I, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, am saying. A sword is sharpened and polished.
It's the Lord. It's God. He said, look, tell the people what I'm saying. Tell them a sword is being sharpened. Right. And have you ever heard about a sword being sharpened with like the with like was it the water? It's like a water in the stone, sharpening stone, and with water. It's sharper. You right. A war to kill you, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be really sharp, right?
It is sharpened to kill.
It's sharpened to kill.
It's sharpened to kill. Yeah, it's too late. Yeah. It's gonna be too late if you didn't do it now.
Yeah.
Why? That's why the Lord said, seek me while I'm near. So right now, you're as near to the Lord as you're ever going to be. Standing right here before the men of the Lord.
Scripture says, man's the ones that are the Lord. How can a man understand his own way? The Lord sent you here, man. Whether you believe it or not. He sent you here either to receive his word, okay, and it's going to resonate with the spirit, or to condemn you. And that's the truth.
And if you want to refuse the word, it's going to condemn you. And then that's what you have to do. Right?
Polished to flash like lightning.
Yeah,
There can
which is ultimately the missiles, the ICBM missiles. That's what the Lord's going to shoot upon America because America's so wicked.
It's gonna be a burning.
Oh, it's going to be the lake
It's going to be the lake of fire.
You're gonna be
Yeah,
the
desert.
world.
Right. Yeah.
which is going to be,
If you ain't right, you gonna be on it.
no, everybody's going to be on this. Ultimately, it's for Israel, but all these other nations, they're going to be here too.
Yeah, slaves.
Oh,
Yeah, they're going to be slaves.
They're going to be slaves.
Black people who again, right?
Well, the Israelites, but yeah, they call us black. Yeah, but we're Israelites, because they know because black is not a nationality. Black is a
No,
color.
I'm sorry, I'm saying so.
Yeah. So,
Black.
right, yeah, you're brown, right, man.
I know better. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we all brown. We
That's
just
all
got
good.
different shades of brown.
Yeah, it is. That's color.
All we need is food and water. We gonna burn this up like
Right.
can't stuff like I be dying of.
Yeah, okay. Your hour.
Well,
Your
hour.
hour.
Yeah. Hey, because Deuteronomy 37 says all the curses that were upon us to go upon them.
They mad. They upset.
And finish that, brother.
there can be no rejoicing for my people.
You know, there should be no rejoicing for my people. So right now, we shouldn't be in that mindset of rejoicing. We should be in that mindset of mourning, crying out to the Lord because of what's getting ready to come upon the earth. Yeah, it's going to be a harsh time to come. Harsh times will come. It's going to get worse.
I believe Donald Trump to make it.
Well,
Y'all might put Donald Trump in. You know, he shouldn't be in there. But he's going to get it. He's going to start all that racist stuff. It's going to be war. I think he's going to get there.
We hope so.
He's a star. I don't want him in there.
And the thing is, it doesn't matter which one.
They're all
They're all, I hate it. I'm not voting for him. I'm not really voting for him. Why would I vote for him?
Keep going.
Having disregarded every warning and punishment.
See, our people have disregarded every warning and punishment. And we've been set up here to warn people, but a lot of us, Israelites, the scripture says what? They're stiff-necked and hard-headed.
Is it true? Is it one third,
two-thirds. That's just in America.
They're not going to go to
That's 2/3 of them, not all over the world, just America.
So what can we do to change that?
Yeah, repent.
No, there ain't no such thing as
There's no hell.
hell.
There's no hell.
There's no such thing as hell. Yeah, whoever here, the punishment is going to be in America. 200 million missiles. The Lord's going to allow them to shoot all those different missiles, those different warheads, all those warheads.
Oh,
Your eyes gonna poke out.
Yeah,
Your
burning
body
enemies.
gonna melt.
yeah, scripture says that.
Right.
Well, none of us want to do that.
Oh, it don't matter. The Lord said He's going to bring you back up from the grave, so you can face the missiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimately,
Ultimately, you got to be in the truth. You gotta, that's what I said. You got to start following this, bro.
But on this side, it's about the elect.
About the elect. You got to start. Yeah, sure. It's about the elect. But you got to start. You got to change. You got to pray and hope the Lord give you the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and start studying.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Get to verse 11. Now that should be good.
Verse 11, the sword is being polished
Right.
to make it ready for use.
Ready for you.
It is sharpened and polished to be
Right. That's
put in the hands of a killer.
Be put in the hands of a
killer.
killer.
But who's that killer? The so-called white man. He's going to do something. He'll come down.
Well,
No, the Lord has to choose you.
Oh, you gotta choose. I'm gonna pray to this.
I got one more, brother.
I want to hear. I like hearing this.
This Ezekiel chapter 21 and verse 13. I am testing my people, and if they refuse to repent, all these things will happen to them.
So I can say that they gonna get
Yeah.
y'all like to kill middle now, right now. Y'all like to take me out.
Well, the Lord going to do it. But yeah,
we decided to do that.
yeah, whatever the
I
Lord
don't want
decides
that
to do.
to happen.
Yeah.
I want to be with y'all, man.
Lord, that's what we out here for. Hopefully the Lord saves us. We don't know. Because the Lord's dealing with the elect. So we don't know if we're the elect or not. So we're hoping.
Y'all all over the world.
Yeah.
I've been seeing YouTube.
Yeah,
Right.
I got two different issues. I don't know why they got two, but it's still.
Well,
You gotta have false and you gotta have the real. What did you say? Read that again. The Lord is testing you.
Yeah, done. I'll read it again. Verse 13. I am testing my people.
See, the Lord's testing you. So you're gonna have false Israelites. You're gonna have other. They might even start because they start. All these other camps started wearing garments like out there. They start. No, but before this is ultimately a GMS thing. So we're affiliated GMS, right? So we're under the other brothers that's GMS Phoenix. So GMS were the first ones to do this. Now you got other camps that's not part of GMS wearing their garments like this. So you gotta have the false ones and you gotta have the real ones. So now, at one point in time, you knew when you seen garments like this, you had the real prophets. Now they're making it kind of hard because the false prophets are starting to wear the same kind of garments.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, because you gotta have. Because the Lord said He made.
You know, so he's looking right there.
What you just said.
I was looking right there.
What you just
But
said.
the Lord said He made good.
Don't
He made
perpetrate, man.
How the first one was He made good.
One against
One
one against.
against-
Yeah. One against. Yeah. Balance. The Lord is perfect balance. Yeah. Yeah, because if you said it, 2/3 got to be put to death. So 2/3, they need a prophet too. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so they can be led to destruction.
Wow.
It says, I'll read this real quick.
I love
It says, this is Proverbs chapter 12, verse 1. Whosoever loveth instruction loveth knowledge. That's what you're saying. You say you love instruction, right? But it's more than just loving your people. You gotta love instruction, right? Because ultimately, this Bible is an instruction book, right? It means do this, do that, don't do this, do that, don't do this, and don't do that. That's what this is about. So you got to be able to, as a man, even like some of these other brothers, they're younger than me, and I got to be able to take orders from a man that's younger than me, right? You got to be able to take the orders. So even though there's people who are younger than me, in the truth, they're actually older.
Right. Spirit.
In the spirit, they're older. So you have to be able to humble yourself down as a man. But some people, they'll buck up as a man. Because that's one thing for our people. Another nigga can't tell me what to say. They can't tell me what to do. Right? Right? So what this truth is, what this instruction do is teach you how to humble and teach you how to take instructions. Because who knows if you're not lower on this side, but be higher when you get to the other side.
Right.
But the Lord, hey, we just said the Lord's testing you. All this is just a test.
I got that.
Right?
Ecclesiastes chapter 33, verse 13, it says, as the clay is in the potter's hand,
Right?
to fashion it at his pleasure.
Who's the potter? If the clay is in the potter's hand, who's the potter? No, the potter, the Most High. As the clay is in the potter's hand, the Most High is the one who created man through his Son, through his only begotten Son. He created men on earth, right?
to fashion it at his pleasure.
To fashion it to make them look like him, right? The Lord say, I made man in my own image. In our image, right, what you're talking about, the angels, right, when it said God, when you go into that word God, it actually goes into Elohim. Elohim meaning gods, which is plural, which are the angels, which are the ones, the judges, that which you created the earth, which some of us are some of those men who created the earth with him. We don't know if we don't know if we're there. We're trying to get back to our first estate. Where we're supposed to be at.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. We can't even look at God as like, I hate him. I pray to God, but I like to see him like talking like one day.
Yeah.
Well, we ain't got to that stage. We're just mortal men.
We're just men.
Yeah, that's what it's
Yeah, I
saying.
hate it, but I hate where Adam is. I can go back and talk about that next week. I'm dead with you.
It's not fruit though. It's a philosophy.
Oh, philosophy.
It was a
I'm not
philosophy,
I don't know when it was. I hate fruit.
It was a
You
philosophy.
don't know it was an apple. The Bible said it was an apple. They just use the apple as
It's a fruit. It's talking about a philosophy.
Yeah.
Basically, they going into other gods or thinking that they can exalt themselves over God. That's what right.
Well, Lucifer is actually means light bearers. So that's actually talking about what people call the Illuminati. The people that are
Right.
in power.
Which Adam at the time before he fell, he was the light bearer. He was Lucifer because he was the one ruling the earth he had the light. But the whole thing, he messed up. And that's what we're here. That's what we're here to do. We're here to get that, because ultimately it's the story of the Lord. So he wanted to, this is God's movement. So he wants to be a journey where we get back into the light, back to where we came from, to our first state. The Lord said that he will not quit until he would, what it says that he will keep doing this thing. The Lord who did the first thing shall not quit until he established it as it was in the beginning, right? So the Lord has to basically, I'm stumbling on my words, I'm trying to think of the word, but basically he's going to bring us back to our first estate, back to where we wouldn't die, back to knowing the law, statutes, because the Lord said that he's going to put the law. Can you get that? Hebrews 8. You won't be able to fly. Hey, we won't be able to fly, yeah. But that's the.
I can't wait.
Yeah, that's what we out here for, man. That's what we out here for.
I hate this body.
Right.
Hebrews 8.
Yeah, Hebrews so.
Hebrews chapter 8. Hebrews chapter 8 and verse 8. For finding fault with them.
Right? But see, like you said, we mess up. So the Lord found fault with us, right?
He won't kill it, right? So he never
Yeah, we just read that. He's correcting us by measure. Yeah,
wow.
He's correcting us by measure. So now that and it says you should not all the way go and punish you. You still got to punish us, but he's correcting us bit by bit. So this us being out here is part of the correction. Right?
He said, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh Shai, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
Right? From the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. We're just brothers from the northern kingdom, and we're from the southern kingdom, right? But the Lord's bringing us back together as one kingdom.
all Israelites will come together.
Right, all Israelites are going to come together.
Right, because they're in trouble.
Right.
It's spread out all over the world. Right?
Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt.
So the Lord will make a new covenant with us, and not how he did with our ancestors, our forefathers that came out of Egypt, because they were all completely wicked, right? But the Lord's dealing with the elect first, because the elect is going to bring back the whole nation of Israel through childbirth, right? Because you're going to be, it's called reincarnation. So when we get in the kingdom, it tells you in the scriptures that one man should become a nation. So we're going to bring back all the jakes that die on this earth, all the jakes that, like you were talking about, the 2/3 that's going to die here in America. We're going to bring them back. Their same spirits are going to come back, but they're going to come back as a baby in the kingdom. But they're not just going to be regular babies. They're going to be, you're going to have godly bodies. You're going to have bodies that you can't. Yeah. They're going to make all the work. There's no such thing as that. Because that's a Roman Catholic doctrine.
So Satan is on his earth.
No, Satan is on the right hand, left hand of the Father. Yeah, left hand of the Father. He's up there with the No, he works for him.
So why was he up there when he tried to go?
Because he works for him.
Didn't God kick them out?
No. Because don't they tell you that God is omnipotent, omnipresent? You know what that means? It means he knows all things. He's all powerful. He holds sway over all things. Omnipotent. So if he,
He's upset. That's why
know that.
it's time to die. That's why he's
understand that, bro. We understand that, bro.
You know, he tried to get everybody to go back.
We understand that. But that's part of the deception of the so-called white man. So you don't know who you're part of. So you don't know exactly because you don't know who your power is. Yeah. That's what right? Isaiah 9? Is it Isaiah 9? Yeah, 6. 11 and 7. 11 and 7.
With the election.
No, Isaiah?
Oh, Isaiah 9 and 6, yeah.
Yeah, Isaiah 9 and 6. You got that?
You got it, brother? Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. For unto us a child is born.
No. Yeah, 6. I think 6.
It's Isaiah.
No, Lucifer is peace. can't take them out. Lucifer, the so-called, hey, listen. Ultimately, Satan means adversary. The so-called Satan is Esau Edom. The so-called white man is Satan, which is your adversary. When you go to the word Satan, go look at Satan just means adversary. Right?
Adversary. No.
Definition
Who is Satan against? He's against the Lord. The Lord did.
The Lord,
I created.
yeah, of course.
I'm trying to be like him. That means I'm not being evil. I'm being like him good. It's a lot of work.
He does good and evil.
Give me a favor, brother. Record right there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right, bro. Put it in the camera.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm really sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay. This is Isaiah chapter 6 and verse 9. And he said, go and tell these people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but preserve not.
Yeah. Perceive
not. Slap right.
Yeah. Read again.
And he said, go and tell these people,
Right? Tell these people, the Israelites, the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Indian, tell these people,
hear ye indeed.
yeah, you hear the word of the Lord. We're talking to you. So listening the way you're supposed to be listening. But hey,
You gotta be listening.
right?
But understand not.
But a lot of times they don't understand what you're talking about. You're blind, but you can't see. Where you going?
And see ye indeed, but
Or perceive it.
perceive not.
Yeah, but you're not seeing what you need to see. So that's why we're trying to tell you that the Roman Catholic Church made up hell to deceive people, to get people to pay tithes. There's a scare tactic or fear tactic. So that was made up, which really goes back to Rome. Back in the day, back in time of Rome, they would tell you if you spoke against the Caesars, you will go to hell. So to make you afraid to speak against them. So all these things is the things that trickle down into society, and they intermingle pagan customs with the Bible, which is the so-called white man did that, right? So really to confuse you, but there's no such thing as hell,
No, it just means the grave or a condition.
right? Yeah, because when you go into the word hell
No,
hell means the grave.
well, the thing is that the lake of fire is going to be here in so-called America.
Yeah, the destruction. No, it's only going to go for it says forever and ever, but forever and ever don't mean like forever ever like that, because it also tells you that it's going to be a place for doleful creatures. So doleful creatures, which are desert creatures, they can't live in a place where it burns forever. So that the burning is going to go away, and it's going to turn this place into a desert.
But the fire is going to burn out.
The fire is going to burn out, and this place is going to be a desert.
Think God will come and bring it back to life.
When he gets ready to. Yeah, he may do it sometime later in the kingdom, but it don't specify that in the scripture, so we can't say it.
We don't know.
We don't know what, but we do know it's going to be a desert. We know that he says it's going to be a desert.
Everybody will be dead.
Let me get one scripture for you. Isaiah 45 and verse 6. So that they may know, and from the rising of the sun and from the west, that there is none else beside me. I am the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and there is none else. This is the Lord. Listen, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, do all these things.
Why was he created with tests?
No, he balanced. The Lord is about balance. If there's hot, it's got to be cold, right? If there's up, it's got to be down. Yeah. Well, that's
I
because
thought man created you, Satan created you. I ain't think God, but I now understand.
But it tells you that a man's heart is wicked above all things. A heart meaning your mind, your lot, and a man's mind you come up with their own inventions, right? With wicked inventions. So in their mind, they thought of a wicked invention to tell you that hell existed. But the Most High ultimately is the one who made evil. He made good, he made evil for a balance. Because it tells you in Proverbs that a false balance is an abomination to the Most High. Right. It's an abomination to God. So everything has to have balance. You got up, you got have down. Just like you got up, but you got gravity too, right?
Yeah.
Gravity comes back down.
But that keeps floating out.
Right. So you got up, you got down. you got fat, you got skinny. You're gonna have all these different things.
A fish right.
Okay.
Right. Ecclesiastes 3:14 is good is sin against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. To look
The
upon
godly is
all.
against the sinner, so that's improvement. So it's a balance. So it's going to be a godly man is going to be against the wicked man. The wicked man is going to be against the godly.
Yep.
Which that's what we're in right now. Because technically, this is a spiritual war. It's a spiritual war for your mind, right? For your heart,
Right.
your mind.
It says to look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against another. See, so the Lord works in perfect balance. You see, that's why there's going to be a destruction. There's going to be a deliverance. No, our thoughts are not. He says, my thoughts are not your thoughts. Yeah, all right. All right. Hey, we got to close out, brother. Look. Well, I mean, we're up the road every Saturday at 2 o'clock. Okay, on what is that? First Ave in Adams. Right in front of that Adams table, that bar, we're right in front of there.
Yeah. So this is Satan, Satanas, in the blue letter G4567. Satanas, and it tells you that basically it's Hebrew origin. Satanas, it says Satan, adversary, one who oppresses. See, so the spiritual demon Satan ain't the one who oppresses you, right? Who oppressed us? So, no, who oppressed us? The so-called white man oppressed us. Who put us in slavery? Oppressed. Well, listen. It says adversary, Satan, meaning adversary, one who oppresses. That's who Satan is. That's who God. There you go.
Right.
That's what we saying.
He's the chief.
So the spiritual demon Satan. The spiritual demon Satan. Is, yeah.
The Lord said, "I created all things for myself." Right. The wicked for the day of evil.
Right. And the Lord also said, "Who can make a crooked thing straight?" Yeah. But the Lord said, "Who can make a crooked thing straight?" The Lord made their spirit to be crooked, but the Lord made them to be evil. The Lord made them to be evil.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course.
Yahweh, we didn't follow his command,
right.
So that's why we're being punished. But the
right.
come to an
That's why we're under the Israel.
Okay.
Yeah, the Lord created them that way.
Yeah.
Let me get that real quick. Proverbs 16:4. It says the Lord, not to read it verbatim. It says the Lord has made all things for himself. Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. See? Yeah.
You tell the end is coming.
Oh, we're right upon it, man. Oh, hey, look, we're at the point now where it's going to take one thing to break everything down, man. Break down society.
Wow.
And then they're gonna bring in their microchip, okay, that Karama. Okay. Right. Well, that's part of it, but yeah, well, you can't take it. You can't take it.
I'm not going to be here to take it. I'm going to be somewhere else. So I'm going to
You're hiding the Lord, man.
I mean,
No,
right?
You still carnal. Hey,
you're hiding the Lord, brother. We're hiding the word. The word.
That's what it says. It says
Y'all gonna be okay.
it says why they Lord willing where they admit, but it says in scriptures why they hunger and starve. My people should eat. So while everybody's hungry and starving, the Lord said He's gonna make sure His people eat.
We don't know.
The Lord said be pilgrims.
Right.
You know pilgrims? No, but He said for us to feed pilgrims.
Right.
What that mean? It's a thing. Basically, it's a basically migrate.
Right.
Wherever you need to go.
Right.
Wherever the Lord takes you. Wherever we're gonna lead by the Spirit. No, we gotta be led. No, you gotta be led by the. You gotta be led by the Spirit.
It's really two things.
You gotta be led by the Spirit.
It may be that we may have to wander from place to place, but it also means that you want to let everything go. You gotta let everything go.
Yeah.
Everything in this world gotta go.
Yeah, you heard that saw that movie? You see that work? What you're gonna have to do anyway? You see that movie called Leave the World Behind? That's what's gonna happen. And that's Esau's. That's a so-called white man's.
It could even be
Well,
family too, man.
let me give you this. Yeah, you can.
You might have to.
If they don't join, they don't join.
Well, what if they take the chip? Are you gonna join them and take it too?
No.
Oh, then you gotta let them
No,
go.
well, have you never been on God's side?
But I got this one. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 13. Consider the works of the Most High, Yahweh, while Shem Yahweh Shai. So you got to consider the works of the Most High. He just read to you that the Lord created evil and He created good,
Well, he did it not just perfect.
right?
We don't
He said,
get
for,
it.
for who can make that straight which He made crooked? So you say, why is He so evil? You got to consider the work of the Most High. For who can make straight which He made crooked? So the Lord set up the so-called white man to be crooked, so you cannot make him straight, right?
We try.
You can't. You cannot do it. Well, because the Most High is able. Yeah. So who can make this man straight when the Lord made him crooked? So why are you saying you tried for 400 years? Right. But why? You gotta let it go. But you gotta let it go now. Now you gotta join together. You gotta let that go. The Lord said, you get that is it Zephaniah? I got it, dude. Zephaniah 2.
Y'all do y'all stuff.
Let me get one.
Zephaniah 2.
Let me get one for you. This is Jeremiah chapter 23. Jeremiah chapter 13, verse 23. It says, can the Ethiopian change his skin? Or the leopard his spots?
Right, see, the Lord set up a so-called white man to be wicked. So can an Ethiopian decide that he don't want to be black no more? Can a leopard take off his spots and say, I don't want to be a spotted leopard no more?
Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil.
So if the white man is accustomed to do evil, how can he do good? He can't change. He's accustomed to do evil. How can he do good? The Lord said that he's accustomed to do evil. What's up? Well, right. But we got wicked people too. But it's the wicked, right? The wicked. How did they get wicked? Because before, when you go back into the 60s, the 40s, how were we to each other? We should love each other, right? But who made us wicked? The so-called white man, right? Nope, the so-called white man brought in Heron. He brought in Heron. The white man brought in Heron. He brought in Heron, killed Martin Luther King, killed fucking Malcolm X. The white man did it to us. So all that bullshit about there's black people that's wicked, yeah, but who made them wicked? Because back in the 40s, the 30s, even in the 50s, we took care of each other. We had our own doctors, we had our own lawyers, because the white man, you heard of Black Wall Street, right?
They bombed that down.
That's why.
I got videos about they bombed.
Right?
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Rosewood. When we had our own stuff, when we were rich. What about all the... What about, yeah, they were jealous of us.
We was rich,
so they were jealous because we were rich.
We came out of slavery.
We came out of slavery from the bottom and we're richer than them. So there you go. You ain't gonna save it. You ain't gonna be able to save it. You ain't gonna be able to save it. Because the Lord, he just read what happened to the Most High. Wait. Hold on, because wait, but can you read that one more time? The one you just had about
the Ethiopian?
Yes.
Yeah. This is Jeremiah 13, verse 23.
This is the word of the Most High God. This ain't my word. We don't go off our own opinions. We don't come up with our own opinions.
It says,
right?
Can the Ethiopian change his skin?
Can the Ethiopian change his skin? No.
Or the leopard his spots?
No.
Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil.
Can you do good that you're accustomed to do evil? Can you do good when you're accustomed to doing evil? It is impossible. You can't change your nature. You can't change their nature. Right?
Who did it though?
I told the brothers, listen, you can speak to the table. We white men, so-called had power over black men.
He still got the power over us, right? Yeah, no, yeah. Keep going. I know. Go ahead. Keep going. All right.
Make your point. Make your point. Make your point.
So I told the brothers,
Right.
you think that I would want white men for me to do the same thing?
Hell yeah. Hell yes. According to the Bible. Yes.
Jesus said.
Nope, that ain't what Jesus said.
Jesus teaches.
No. See, that's why we get fucked. You got a specific man.
Yeah,
So that
but you know what? Yeah, you're right. We're not going to be raping them. We're not going to be doing that stuff because that's against the Lord.
But you are going to do stuff like that because it tells you that if a woman, if you get that, you get that. Let me get this right.
Yeah, you'll bring that up. So, bring out Psalm 137 and verse 7.
In Psalms 137 and verse 7. Remember,
Deuteronomy 21. We're going to talk about the war. Deuteronomy 21.
Oh, when you see a woman from the other.
Right. Yeah, we are going to do. We're
going to take them.
Hey, but that's considered so-called what they call rape or grape. That's what they call grape. Right? So the Lord said that we can do these type of things. When it's time, but we do it's an order the way you do it. You don't do it to somebody. You don't do it to somebody's wife.
Right.
We don't have sex with another man's wife because that's adultery. Right? But you can go in there and take a woman, right, of another nation against her will.
This is
right?
This is according to the law.
According to the law, because we done killed all her people, and you take her, and that's what's going to happen, man. The Lord's going to cause destruction to come to this place,
when the kingdom
and to
is
these
set up,
people.
everything's going to go back to the law, statutes, but
Okay,
the
so
the law.
right.
Everything's going to go back to it. Right now, we're living in a Western society that goes totally against the Lord's commandments.
Right.
Listen. It says, the subhead, it says, laws about captive wives.
Right.
It says, when thou goest forth to war against thy enemies,
Right.
and the
captive,
Lord.
What do captive mean? No, wait. I know, but what do captive mean before you understand? So you know what captive means. I know. What do captive mean? No, captive. It says, wait, read that again.
The laws about captive wives.
The laws about captive wives. What do captive mean? Slaves. What they had us into, right? Because you said they had us as slaves. So can we do this when we have them as slaves? Okay, keep going.
When thou goest forth to war against thy enemies.
No, you can what? You can take, but you can't have sex with somebody's wife.
Right.
Like they did that to us. They had sex with our wives.
Right.
Where
did we get that motherfucker from? Right? They were making us
they were making us have sex with our mother to bring back a bigger slave. So we're not supposed to do that.
No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to be doing
We
that.
do that to them, but we are going to do this. This is what we're going to do. But this is what we're going to do. Because it said, did you hear what he just said? The laws. This is going to be the laws. The law. That's why I asked you. That's why I was asking you, did you understand what was going on? This is the laws of captive women.
Right.
Right? The laws.
And the Lord thy God delivered them into thy hand.
And the Lord's going to have us beat the so-called white man, destroy him, put them into slavery. Right?
And thou hast taken them captive.
And we taking them captive, taking them into slavery. Right?
And seest,
you know you got to reap what you sow, right?
Right.
See, but black people only think that happens to only black people. So if I did something bad to you, you'll tell me I reap what I sow. I'm gonna reap what I sow. But when it comes to the white man, he can't reap what he sowed. Yeah. That's how you think. The white man can't get what he gave. He gave it, he gotta give it. He gave it, he gotta get it back.
Listen. And she is among the captives,
Right.
a beautiful woman.
Yeah, so I see a beautiful so-called white woman, right?
And has a desire unto her.
And I say, man, that woman look good. I want her. Right?
And thou wouldst have her to thy wife.
And I want her to make her one of my wives. I want to make her a concubine, right? Right?
Then thou shalt bring her home to thy house.
Then I'm gonna take her to my house because I already killed her husband, already killed her father, her mother, and everybody else. We didn't destroy them. They're in slavery now. Right? Right?
Now you're gonna make some half-breed brothers.
What? There ain't no such thing as half-breed. There ain't no such thing as half-breed.
Seed of the
That's
man.
first quarter seed of the father.
Right.
Right? You are what your father is, man. Just like you take an apple seed. If I take an apple seed in China, it's still an apple.
If you want it,
Right?
the kingdom.
That's good because you're trying to save this. He might be a chocolate covered Edomite because you're trying to save him. He might be underneath the white man. You're trying to save him, but this is what it says according to the law.
Then thou shalt
of
bring her
God.
home to thy house,
Right, I'm gonna bring her home to my house.
and she shall shave her head and
I'm
pierce her
gonna
nails.
shave her nails, peel her nails, cut it all off,
Right.
that BS off.
And she shall put on the raiment of her captivity
Yeah,
from
take off
off
all her
of her.
clothes, her nice little clothes that make her feel like she's this privileged person, and break her down, strip her down to nothing, make her wear sackcloth.
Right.
Right?
And bewail her father.
And let her cry for her people who died and lived down there in slavery. The white man's in slavery. Oh my God! No, don't let the white man be in slavery. No, please, not him.
And her mother.
He can sow it but not reap it. Everybody else can sow it but reap it, but not the white man. The white man can't sow. He can't sow nothing and reap it, huh?
And her
You can't reap
mother.
what you sow. Everybody but the white man, right?
And her mother.
Look at that's talking about us. That's talking about us. We're gonna rule. Right. Right. That's talking about us. We're gonna take over. That's what they call us apes, right? What they call us monkeys. That was talking about us. How we're gonna rule it. How we're gonna take over the world. One of the apes is talking about us. How we're gonna rule the world, man. Right.
You ever see that movie Battlefield Earth? With John Bolton? Watch that one. It says, and her mother a full month.
Right.
And after that, thou shalt go in unto her. What does that mean?
What that mean?
When you go into something?
What say you? What?
And go in unto her.
Wait, say it again.
Yeah.
Wait, say it. Read it one more time. Read it again.
And after that, after they cried for their
Mother
family,
and father, after they cried, make her.
and after that, thou shalt go in unto her.
And after all that, after she cried a month for her father and her mother, for all her people, for being in slavery, after she what there's no such thing as black, but because black is not a nationality, we're Israelites, and not to mention you're the seed of your father. I just explained that to you. If I take an apple seed from America and put it in China, it's still the apple seed, right? It's still the same apple because the man carried the seed. The Mary carried the seed.
Hey, but
Right.
that
But
seed is
did you
for you.
Hey, did you know King Solomon's grandmother was a Moabite? King Solomon's grandmother was a Moabite. So an Israelite already put his seed into another nation, but still brought the greatest man to ever live upon the planet as an Israelite, the richest man to ever live, which is Solomon, and his grandmother was a Moabite. Right? No, it ain't got nothing to do with
I
King
know what you're
Solomon.
gonna say.
Yeah. No, that's not why. Because he disobeyed God. He worshiped their gods.
Yeah.
No. Because David did it too. David had multiple women. David, his father, had other women. David had women of the other nations. He just didn't worship their gods. That's what he didn't do. Solomon worshiped their gods, and that's why that happened. That's why. That's like us, just like you, because you worship the so-called white man. You want to save him. You ask him to save him. You know what I'm saying? You still trying to save him.
Hey, I got a brother, I got a friend right here. I got a friend.
And you think it's funny, but guess what?
I got a friend just like you, man.
Are you serious?
Right.
Yeah, he's
This is serious matter.
This is, man, you don't know how, this is more serious than a heart attack.
Yeah.
Man, this is talking about whether you make it to the, because if I die, Right now it says absent from the body is present with the Lord. So that's good. If I die, good. But this is for having the kingdom and rulership.
Right.
So man, this is very serious, man.
Yeah,
this
we
ain't
gotta-
a fucking serious
we
matter.
gotta have the rulership mentality,
You got a
man.
rulership mentality. The white man got a rulership mentality. When those people, when they got the you ever seen the G summits, the world summit meetings that they have? When the nations have all these summit meetings, how many of them people come from where you come from? That's there. When they make decisions about the world and what they're gonna do about the world, how many people look like you and where you come from when they have these
2 hours. 2 hours, yeah. Yeah,
They don't, because it's them talking about how they gonna rule the world and how they gonna do things. So why would we do the same thing? So when it's time for us to rule, they're not gonna be at our table.
And you gonna get the
Right? They're not gonna be at our table because we can't be the same.
You gonna get all that money that sports players.
No,
You know, white woman.
No. We talking about rulership, man. That's what I said. This dude trying to save him.
It's closed out.
Yeah, go ahead and close out. Yeah,
Get that, brother. Close out.
yeah, because this dude trying to save him. He's talking about rulership. We're talking about rulership, man. Yeah, he's lost, man.
I'm going to get our shot.
This is Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
Okay, that's all I'm going to
Yea, gather together, O nation, not desire.
So God, do it again, bro.
God, gather yourselves together.
To gather yourself, that's what we ought to be out here. We're out here to gather the elect. But the letter of the Lord said, gather together, right?
Yeah,
What?
That means get right.
Yep.
Right.
Gather yourself together.
Right?
You know, when you fall down,
Don't love your enemy because your enemy don't love you.
You gotta get right, man.
Right?
Yea, gather together, O nation, not desire.
One nation hasn't been desired.
Yeah, us.
Israelites, so-called Negroes,
so-called black,
Spanish,
Hispanic, and
and
Indian.
Americans.
The niggas in the ghettos, the barrios, and the reservations. They don't love us, man.
All the people are on this side, man.
We
Right?
supposed to like kings and queens, not together with random people. We supposed to live like that. We supposed to live like kings and queens of men.
No, we're supposed to live like
Yeah,
gods,
yeah,
right? Because the Lord
yeah,
will put us,
yeah.
He gonna give us new bodies so we can't die. So that's what we're trying to get to. Right? Come on. Come on.
I'm just being humorous in the way.
The Lord is humorous too.
I'm doing it in a way though.
You know what? You gotta repent, man.
I'm doing it in a way.
You know, listen. You gotta repent. You gotta understand. You are an Israelite. You are an Israelite.
I am.
That's who you are. Yeah.
I am of the tribe of Judah.
Right. So yeah, that means you gotta act like
I
it.
am that, but see, now that I got the power and the money, I don't have to be hard.
That's what I tell you, bro. He lost. This dude the chocolate covered Edomite. He's trying to join hand in hand.
They just don't know, bro.
No, he's trying to join hand in hand with him. He thinks he can save him, but they ain't trying to save you. You ain't seen Jacob Rothschild come down here to save you. You out here on a fucking bike, and he got $1 trillion fucking dollars. Where's the white man to help you? You in the motherfucker. You out here in this fucking bullshit. Where they just shut down the whole earth and made everybody wear masks. Where was these? Where were they at? Did they come out here to help you? Man, I know. It sounds good. Come on, man. It sounds good. I know. It sounds good. Well, it sounds good. It sounds good.
Verse 2.
I'm trying to say.
Before the decree.
Before the decree, man. Yeah,
Before
'cause
the decree.
The Lord got a judgment, man. The decree that's gonna go forth. The judgment.
It's like we need to get your precepts, brother. We'll get you next time to lock you, brother. The water though.
Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff.
Right. Right, this is when the ICBM missiles are hit. So he don't want to wake up before the missiles hit. So while he joking, I'm in the laugh. I'm joking. I'm doing it in a funny way, but the Lord ain't about jokes, man. The Lord's about to kill people, man.
And the Lord said, "I will laugh at your calamities, man.
Right.
I will mock when your fear cometh." And that man continuing that mindset, he's gonna be in so much fear that day because he presented himself in front of the men of the Lord, and he didn't listen.
Yeah. So we just see what had just happened. What we just showed you, the Lord always showed both. So you saying you believe, the Lord had to bring somebody else who didn't believe. Balance. Just like that.
But he's one of us, and I don't like him.
But it don't matter. He had to show the Lord.
No,
Well, that he has to happen that way. We just said that.
Well, there's some people the Lord said pray not for these people.
Yeah, pray not for him. Yeah, because that dude ain't gonna get it. He's trying to say Esau. So right there, the Lord had to show you balance.
Showed it to you.
Showed it to you.
He's real.
That's how powerful the Lord is.
He's real.
He just showed you the balance. We were just talking about it. See how the Lord showed you an example like that.
Let's
See?
finish off.
This is how you know this is real, man.
Let's finish off.
Well,
Before the fierce anger of the Lord,
yeah, so the
Yahweh
Lord's
Shah,
angry. See, the Lord ain't fucking here for no joke. The Lord is angry, dude. He said a sword is being sharpened. A sword is being sharpened to put it into the hand of a killer.
Killer. Yeah.
Esau, Edom. The Lord's gonna see why he's trying to save him. Esau is the one who's gonna come kill him.
Yeah.
The Lord's gonna put the sword in the hand of a killer. That's Esau, so-called white man. Right? While he's laughing and joking, trying to save him. Right? But
before the fierce anger of the Lord, Yahweh Shah, come upon you. Before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
Right. And that days
fastly approaching. Fastly approaching.
How soon did we think?
It's way sooner than you think.
Yeah.
I better start repenting.
Yeah.
You gotta start following the truth. Like you said, we're out there. We want to come around and listen. We're out every Saturday at 2 o'clock. Okay? Right there on the other side. Right
Around the same
Adams
street.
Table.
Just right there.
What is that?
Around the same street we normally
Yeah, same street on the other side though. What's the name of that hotel? I know the Adams Table, the bar next to it, but it's right there. You can't miss it. Just if you see the Adams Table, we're right across from
Some,
Okay. Is it the Hyatt?
Nah,
No, I forget what it is.
some of the age though.
But yeah, all right with that, Lord
Yeah.
willing, okay, this lesson has been edifying. We want to go ahead and close out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakapatash. The double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of the great millstone, for whom she learned this truth. Peace and blessings to the house of David, doing his work with all righteousness, truth, and sincerity. And we want to say shalom to the whole full elect.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Baba Paul.
Come Yasharala!
Come Yahshua.
Kwam Yasharala.
Come Yasharala!
Come Yahshua.
Come Yasharala!
Come Yahshua.
Yeah. Hey, shalom, y'all. What's up? And again, Salakia, brother. We'll get your precepts next time, brother.
Thank you.
Oh,